Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and welcome back to our series of exploring Winston-Salem. And this week, I got something really cool for you to see. And no, it's not that giant cow on top of that building. Today, we're going to be visiting a very, very special place to me. Something that's actually of historic significance, because this is how Winston-Salem got its start. We're going to be visiting Old Salem. This is where the Moravians first settled here in 1766. Moravians were a race of people out of Germany, and I'm a Moravian actually. It's just basically a Christian denomination, like Baptists, Methodists, Presbyterians, stuff like that. And this is an old-fashioned town, stuck in the past, which is a good thing. And it's a very, very historic site, and we're going to be walking through there. If I can find it, I'm in a part of Winston-Salem I'm not exactly familiar with. At least I got a GPS. We come here twice a year at least. I guess it'll be 3 for this year. I forgot what I was going to say. We come up here on the day after Thanksgiving, and we come up here for Mother's Day. We have a picnic every Mother's Day up here. And I have a cousin that works at the Moravian Archives in Old Salem, which is really, really cool. Might be able to do a video there someday if I ask her nicely. So, I'll go ahead and pause the video while I try to find the place. I've come here so many times in my life, I don't know why I can't find it. Okay, I think I know where I am now. But anyway, I will pause the video here anyway, and we'll see you at Old Salem. Okay, just walk through the visitor center there, and once you pass through this bridge over the road, you will enter Old Salem. And this bridge was built back in 1998, as you can see up there, and I haven't walked across this in several years. So here we go. There's a Moravian star up there. Even have speakers playing music. All right. Alright, yeah, a couple of ladies wanted me to take their picture of that star on the bridge, so I granted their request. It's a really nice museum right there. Over there is where we have our picnic every Mother's Day. This past Mother's Day, this place was swarming with mosquitoes, and all the week afterwards I was itching like crazy. I'd never had that many mosquito bites in my life. Okay, let's just go this way. Here's the map. Maybe I should turn the wind noise filter on. Okay, I couldn't find the wind noise filter on this camera, if it even has one. Old camera had one, but maybe this one doesn't. So sorry about that, folks, but maybe it won't be too bad. So we're going to try to walk the entire length of Old Salem. Be a pretty good walk though, but probably be worth it. Right, so here we go. All these old homes, a lot of these old homes are you can actually buy and live in them. But they are incredibly expensive to do. So, yeah, you gotta have some money for that. So, here we go. Some kind of machine, like a leaf blower up there. Been a while since I've recorded anything outdoors, so I've forgotten how hard it is to see LCD screens in bright sun. There's another house right there, I believe. Now, I'm not much of a good tour guide, so if you want a better video on Old Salem, just search Google for Old Salem and you'll find something. I thought that was someone else and I was waving at them. Oh, the embarrassment. I don't recommend waving at people you don't know because you'll feel like an idiot. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, anyway, let's just continue on. All these old bricks. You got to be careful walking through here. Something smells good up here. Old hay wagon. There's the Salem Tavern, very expensive restaurant. George Washington slept there. That's really cool. That's actually the museum for it. Here's the actual tavern. You see, I'm not a good tour guide. Of course, GMC Yukons were not around in the year 1766, but a lot of pleasant memories growing up coming here. Samuel Schultz house, built in 1819. Gun there. Alright, we're now in the middle of Old Salem. It's the part I'm most familiar with. A lot of tourists here, but it's summertime and it's a Friday. Very, very, very good weather, and I almost killed myself there. Here's the old pump. Used to love playing with this when I was a kid. Coming here. Watch this. Better be careful before I use up all their water supply. This is the 18th century after all. Oh, look at that old car right there. It's neat. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not too fluent on my vintage cars. There's Salem Square. There's some information on it if you want to pause and read. It's a beautiful day here. There's the Moravian Book and Gift Shop. We go there every day after Thanksgiving. Not as good as they used to be, though. They've gone up in price and don't have as much as they used to, but it's still a tradition to have to go there, and that store there as well. Ooh. Here's the old fire barn. Yep, the fire engine house. Pause here if you want to read that. Even has that old musty smell to it, which is neat. All the old equipment there. Old fire bells, looks like. This is where they would keep horses. National Historic Landmark. Pause that if you want to read it. Designated in 1966 and expanded in 2016. Walk through the square. It's starting to get kind of hot out here. Sun was behind the cloud, but now it isn't. And there's the back of the firehouse. Also, if you want to read. There's Salem College. Very famous and historic. Whoa. Watch out for branches. Getting more exercise than I usually get. And there's Home Moravian Church. I've only been in there like maybe a couple of times. It's a very beautiful church, very big too. A lot bigger than my church, I can tell you that. There's the Salem Academy office building, erected in 1810. Again, pause if you want to read. was consecrated November 9th, 1800. The building, that is. It was organized in 1771. See, all this was started in 1766. This was 10 years before the Declaration of Independence was a thing. There's a church map there. And this is a big place. I forget what station it is, but some AM station around here broadcasts their services every Sunday morning. But I forget where the what the frequency is. Pause if you want to read some more information on the church and information on the Moravians themselves. Whew. Usually when I'm walking through here, it's the day after Thanksgiving. So quite a bit of difference in climate. Another old house there. And you gotta have some money to buy one of these. By the way, they did not have air conditioning in the 18th century. Okay, we're approaching the Salem Cemetery, which is an enormous but beautiful cemetery where the famous Moravian Easter sunrise service is held every Easter morning. There's videos of it online if you want to check it out. I think they got the whole sunrise service from 2018 on YouTube somewhere, so highly recommend checking that out if you're curious. That is a very fancy building right there. Here's the cemetery, God's Acre. First early morning Easter service, April 11th, 1773. I'd love to go to one of those one day. Bard. A nice little house right there. It was built in 1841. And there's the cemetery there. Just out of respect, I'm not going to film in there. But you can get an idea of what it looks like from here. There's a squirrel there. Thankfully, I didn't get attacked by that squirrel. Of course, that would raise the views on this video quite a bit if you knew I was getting attacked by a squirrel. And it may make its way onto Live Leak as well. Okay, we'll walk down this very steep hill. This is kind of in the foothills of North Carolina, so very, very hilly. And again, you got to watch your step. You see, in the 18th and 19th century, there wasn't really much quality assurance and safety regulations. Okay, walk down here. We're back on the road we started from, but we're still going northward. It's a big place there. Usually don't walk this far up through Old Salem. Car had a license plate with the company logo for the place I work at. That was kind of cool. Do not block driveway. Yeah, never block driveway. Driveway needs to have its voice heard. Don't block his right to free speech. I have a problem, don't I? Whew. It is hot. I think they're restoring that building right there. It's built in 1831. Again, sorry for the wind noise. It is a pretty breezy day. Back up to the cemetery there. Yes, it does. Oof. Yeah, you see these trees are so old that their roots are growing out here under the sidewalk, and so you get these lumps. So, yeah, you need to be very, very careful walking through here. Okay, I think we're reaching the north end of Old Salem. Of course, Winston and Salem used to be separate cities until they merged together, I think in 1911, and that's how we got Winston-Salem. This is more exercise than I'm used to, because I'm a computer geek and you don't get much exercise. Now check this thing out. This is an icon right here. The Old Salem coffee pot. Such a classic right here. See what this thing says. The plank road comes to Salem. Pause if you want to read. It's rumored that during the Civil War, a Confederate soldier hid himself inside of that. The Mickey Coffee Pot, built in 1858. Okay, let's head back the other direction. It's after 12 o'clock, so the sun is beaming right down on me, which is exactly what I want. Actually, it is probably a good thing. I do need some sun before I go to the beach next month. I know you're watching this in July, but I'm actually recording this on June the 21st. It's actually the first day of summer. So no wonder it's so hot. Blacksmith shop. Very peculiar looking BMW. course, there were no BMWs in the 18th century. Now this is the first house built in Salem in 1766, although it says it was reconstructed, so this is the best we're going to get. So yeah, and there's a cat. Hi cat, you doing cat stuff? A couple of houses down there as well. So yeah, this is quite a change from my usual videos. Okay, now this part we haven't been through yet. House there. Sure, it'd be nice to own a house here, but the parking situation would probably be a nightmare. Even just visiting here is not easy because of the parking. Had to park all the way down the visitor center, which is a good ways away from here, so we got a good walk ahead of us. Nice little Civic there. Place with the orange sign there is the Winkler Bakery. All kinds of wonderful baked goods you can imagine, as well as your favorite soda from Pepsi. Because Pepsi was apparently around in the 18th century. Every day after Thanksgiving we'd walk up here and go to Winkler and get hot cider, hot apple cider, but the last couple of years they haven't had it, which is very, very sad. Always a shame when tradition gets ruined. It's an orchard footpath to the family gardens on Salt Street. Whatever you say. Mixed building, the old wheelbarrow there, I guess you could call it that. It's built in 1771 and expanded in 1786. Okay, we're back in the Salem Square, it looks like. Commemorating the original Krispy Kreme donut shop. Founded by Vernon Rudolph, July 13th, 1937, 434 South Main Street, Winston-Salem. Dedicated July 2012. Alright, we're about to walk back under the bridge, or through the bridge, I guess you should say. And I guess we're about to end this video. I do like that music playing. I guess until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. In the visitor center, they have this enormous organ I just wanted to show real quick. Isn't that cool? Anyway, Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also support me on Patreon if you would like. The link to all of these are down below. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.